I didn't confront her when I saw her sneaking out at 2 a.m. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I just stood in the hallway, silent, watching her walk away like she owned the place, like I was just part of the furniture. She turned, eyes sharp, voice colder than the night air slipping through the cracked door. "You don't own me, Mark. I'll be back when I feel like it." And with that, she was gone. No kiss, no warning. Just the soft click of the deadbolt behind her. A sound so quiet, most people wouldn't have noticed, but I did, because I'm trained to. And that tiny sound, that moment, it wasn't the end of our relationship. It was the beginning of something else entirely, something she never saw coming. I work in security consulting, not bodyguards or alarms. Real security, the kind that protects CEOs, government assets, even intelligence operations. My job is to spot weaknesses before they're exploited, to predict behavior, to shut down threats before they become disasters. So you'd think I'd have seen the red flags with Maya a lot sooner. But when someone beautiful walks into your life, laughing like freedom itself, it's easy to ignore the cracks. I'm 39. My life runs like a clock. Apartment in a secure building, routines, quiet mornings with coffee, evenings analyzing threat models. Then Maya showed up, 32, wild-eyed, full of stories, always late, always laughing like tomorrow didn't matter. She called herself a free spirit. I called her refreshing. Looking back, she wasn't free. She was running, and I was just the latest pit stop. She moved in 6 months ago, said she wanted to build something real. I agreed, but only if she contributed. A small monthly amount for bills, groceries, that kind of thing. Nothing extreme, just basic respect. She agreed, but the payments were always late, always with an excuse. "Oh, my client hasn't paid yet. Sorry, my card got declined." I let it slide. Big mistake. That wasn't kindness. That was me ignoring a warning sign, treating a growing threat like a minor glitch. And in my world, that's how breaches happen. Then came the nights. She'd come home at 3 a.m., smelling like smoke and cheap beer. Phone dead. No messages. I'd ask where she'd been. She'd snap. "You're not my warden, Mark." Or worse, "Are you suffocating me?" Like concern was a crime. Like asking a simple question was control. But I wasn't trying to control her. I was trying to understand why the woman I thought I knew was vanishing right in front of me. And then, last Tuesday, the night everything changed, I heard it again. That soft click. Too careful. Too slow. Not the sound of someone leaving in a hurry. The sound of someone trying not to wake me. A professional move. I got up, walked down the hall. There she was, jacket on, bag in hand, frozen at the door like she'd been caught. I didn't yell. I just said, "Going somewhere." Her fear turned to anger in half a second. Classic deflection. "I don't have to report to you," she snapped. "At 2 a.m.? I said, "In my apartment?" "Yeah, you do." That's when she dropped the line that ended everything. She stepped forward, voice dripping with contempt. "You don't own me, Mark. I'll be back when I feel like it." Then she left, and in that moment, something inside me shifted. The hurt was there, deep, cold, like a knife between the ribs, but beneath it, something sharper, something calmer. My training kicked in. A breach had occurred. The system was compromised, and it was time to respond. I didn't call her. I didn't text. I didn't give her the drama she probably expected. Instead, I went to my laptop, logged into the building's security system, and with 3 clicks, I locked her out permanently. Her key fob? Deactivated. Her entry code? Wiped. Master code? Changed. By 2:25 a.m., she was physically barred from the building. No way in. Then I moved to the digital layer, shared accounts, phone bill, streaming, Amazon Prime, all under my name. Every password changed, every access removed. The safety net she'd been leaning on. Cut. Just like that. But the final move, the one that would really make her understand, was the one she'd never see coming. Because I didn't just think about what she'd lose. I thought about who she feared, and that person? Her father, General David Miller, retired, 30 years in the military, a man who believed in discipline, structure, and consequences. Maya had spent her whole adult life running from him, moved across the country to escape his rules, his expectations, his presence. But here's the thing she never told me. He still paid her phone bill and her car insurance, all while she preached about independence. I had his number from a brief meeting last Christmas. I picked up the phone. It was nearly midnight his time. He answered on the second ring. Miller. Just that. Sharp. Alert. No pleasantries. I said. General, this is Mark. I apologize for the late hour, but I need to talk to you about Maya. I gave him the facts. No emotion, no blame. She left in the middle of the night. Said she'd be back when she felt like it. Our relationship is over. She's no longer welcome here. As of now, she has nowhere to go. Silence on the other end. Long. Heavy. Then, she's done this before. His voice was tired. Not angry. Just disappointed. Running when things get hard. Always has. I said, I can't be her crash pad anymore. But I think she needs to come home. To you. He didn't hesitate. When? I said. My guess? She'll be back in 2 or 3 days, when the fun runs out. Can you be here by Friday? I'll be on the first flight tomorrow morning, he said, and the line went dead. The trap was set. And Maya? She was out there, somewhere, thinking she'd won. Thinking she'd proven her freedom. She had no idea her worst fear was already on a plane, coming to collect her. 2 days later, General Miller arrived. Tall, imposing, even in civilian clothes. He carried authority like armor. We shook hands at the door. No words needed. 2 men, 1 problem. He looked around the apartment. Clean, quiet, ordered. And nodded. I appreciate you handling this with a level head, he said. I'm just neutralizing a threat. I replied. And then we started packing. Boxes, tape, labels, her clothes, her art supplies, her half-finished projects. It was methodical, clinical. But then we found things, hidden things, a shoebox under the bed, stuffed with maxed-out credit cards, a journal filled with rants about how stifling life was, how she deserved more. He didn't react. Just packed it all away. Over the next 2 days, he told me things I didn't know. Failed jobs, unpaid loans, a pattern of burning bridges, then vanishing. He'd hoped I'd be different, that I could ground her. But she didn't see stability as a foundation. She saw it as a safety net, something she could jump from, again and again, knowing someone would catch her. He was right, and I was. Done being that net. She came back Friday afternoon. Exactly 72 hours after she left, my doorman called. Maya's in the lobby. She's demanding access. I told him not to let her up. Then my phone blew up. Texts, calls. First angry. What the hell, Mark? Did you seriously lock me out? Then confused. Why isn't my key fob working? Then desperate. My phone's dying. I have nowhere to go. Please, just let me in so we can talk. I didn't answer. I sat on the couch with the general, watching the messages roll in. Then his phone rang. He looked at me. It's her. Put it on speaker, Dad. Her voice was shaky, panicked. Something's wrong with Mark. He's locked me out. Can you call him? He won't answer. The general didn't raise his voice. I know he's not answering, Maya. Pause. I'm in his apartment right now. Silence. Absolute. You could feel the world shattering on the other end. What? She whispered. I'm here to take you home, he said. Your little vacation is over. Come up. The doorman will let you in now. Click. 5 minutes later, the doorbell rang. I opened it. She looked wrecked, pale, hair messy, eyes darting from me to her father, standing like a statue in the hallway. The fight drained out of her instantly. No defiance. No fire. Just a kid who'd finally run out of places to hide. What is he doing here? She asked, barely above a whisper. He's here, I said. Because you're not my responsibility anymore. You said you'd be back when you felt like it. You walked out. You gave up your place here. Your father's. Taking you home. You called my dad, she screamed. You went behind my back? You have no right. The general stepped forward. He has every right, he said, voice like stone. It's his home. You treated it, and him, with zero respect. You've been living in a fantasy. It ends today. Her things were packed. Flight home at 8 a.m. She tried everything. Tears, anger, guilt tripping. She turned to me. Mark, I made a mistake. I was stupid. Please don't do this. I pointed to the boxes. It's already done. She spent the night in the guest room. Door closed. No lights. No sound. The free spirit? Grounded, finally. 2 weeks later, I drove them to the airport. The silence in the car was thick, but not tense. Just final. Since then, my apartment has changed. Not just the layout. The energy. I sold that awful couch she loved. Got a real one. Leather. Classic. Built to last. Cleaned every corner. Removed every trace of her. Work's been intense. Landed a major new client. Focus feels good. Logical. Predictable. No chaos. But the most telling moment came a few days after she left. Her father called. Asked what I wanted to do with her laptop and camera gear. Equipment I'd bought to help her build her business. I told him, sell it. Use the money to pay back her security deposit from her last apartment. He paused. How? Did you know she never paid it? I said, it's my job to know things. Then added, tell her. The rest? Call it a severance package. Message received. No loose ends. No loopholes. No way back. 3 months now. Seasons changed. So did I. I'm seeing someone new. An architect. Brilliant. Driven. Her life is as solid as the buildings she designs. When she stays over, she's there in the morning, making coffee, talking about the day. It's a partnership, not a rescue mission. As for Maya, I hear things, through friends, through the general. She got the job, junior designer at a small agency. 9 to 5, commute, boss. No more, working a few hours and living for the weekend. She's living within her means, and her means aren't much. Her father? Still disappointed, still firm. She resents him, blames me, blames the world, but not herself. A month ago, an email showed up in my junk folder. Long, rambling, full of lines like, you were my rock, and I didn't know how good I had it. She blamed her upbringing, fear of commitment, everything but her own choices, ended with, I've changed. Can we just talk? I deleted it, because people don't change when they're forced into a corner. They change when they own the mess they made. She wasn't ready. She was just looking for another way out. The most satisfying part of all this, it wasn't the confrontation, it wasn't the look on her face when she saw her father. It was the quiet, the calm, the way I took back my life. Not with rage, but with precision. I didn't need to scream. I didn't need to humiliate her. I just needed to stop enabling her and let the consequences do the rest. She thought power was in walking away, in defiance, in saying, you don't own me. But real power? It's in knowing who you are, in building a life so solid, so secure, that someone else's chaos can't shake it. She left on her terms, but the door didn't close behind her. It locked, and the person waiting on the other side wasn't me. It was the life she'd been running from. Finally catching up, she said I didn't own her, and she was right. But she never understood. She didn't own me either. And the second she forgot that, the game was over. She just didn't know it yet.